Welcome to Fuquay-Varina in this glorious September day. I'm glad so many of you could join us today to celebrate the groundbreaking of Fire Station number 4. Let me take a moment to introduce our Fuquay-Varina Town Board members that are here today. Mayor Pro Tem Larry Smith, Commissioner Marilyn Gardner, Commissioner Brian Haynes, Commissioner Tracy Watson. We have a host of honored guests sitting beside me today. Each will take a few minutes to speak to us here shortly, so I'll introduce them as they come to the podium. I do want to take a minute to recognize some honored guests in our audience. We have Wake County Commissioner Maria Cervania right here up front, and Wake County Deputy Manager Ashley Jacobs is here as well. Former Fuquay-Varina Mayor John Byrne is also here with us today. John played a crucial role in bringing Fire Station number 4 to Fuquay-Varina. And John, we appreciate all your hard work. Thank you all for joining us today to celebrate this special occasion. One of my favorite sayings is, "The sun is shining brightly on Fuquay-Varina." My mayor's challenge coin even depicts the sun rising over Fuquay-Varina. And just as you can see today, the sun is shining bright here in Fuquay-Varina. It will help us keep the rain away, hopefully. In the past 10 years, the town has grown to a population of over 38,000. Our town board continues to plan to meet the needs for growth. In recent years, we've hosted groundbreaking ceremonies and ribbon cuttings for many new facilities, including a new town hall, art center, public service center, the expansion of Terrible Creek wastewater treatment plant, and a police station, just to name of a few. Today, we break ground on Fire Station number 4. I'm particularly proud that our town board, fire department, and Wake County have worked diligently to bring a state-of-the-art facility to Fuquay-Varina that will serve the needs of our citizens for years to come. Again, partnerships and planning are essential to communities. These partnerships are the most effective use of tax dollars. And with that said, it is my pleasure to introduce Deputy Fire Chief Jim Jones, who will give us some specific information about Fire Station number 4.
Good morning. Thank you, Mayor Massengill. Today is a special day in Fuquay-Varina. This new station has been a long time coming and would not have been possible, as Mayor Massengill said, without the collaboration and commitment from our town board, the Wake County Board of Commissioners, the Wake County Fire Commission, and Wake County Fire Services. So thank you to each one of these groups for never giving up on this project. In 2003, a countywide station location study predicted a fire station would be needed in the Needmore community by 2010, based on the growth trend at that time. Slower than expected growth, coupled with the Great Recession, extended the length of time before the station was needed. But as you probably witnessed on your drive over here today, the need exists more today than ever. Today marks the next step towards a new state-of-the-art fire and EMS facility that will significantly reduce response times to all types of emergencies, not only in the Needmore community, but to all areas north and west of downtown Fuquay-Varina. In addition, opening this station will reduce the extreme workload experienced daily by the dedicated fire and EMS professionals that work out of Fire Station 1 and Fire Station 2. Before I go any further, I would like to recognize the Fire Department Building Committee members that spent countless hours working on this project. Without their insight, dedication, and determination, we would not be here today. So as I call your name, please stand up. Division Chief Buddy Walters, Captain Will Gregory, Captain Jerry Crocker, and Engineer Michael Altier. Thank you, guys. I would also like to offer a special thank you to Jimmy Edwards from Davis Kane. I'm not sure if he's here. And to Neil Conley. Neil's sitting right here. Neil Conley from Bobbitt Construction. for keeping us on track and for always listening to our ideas, even if they seemed a little far-fetched. Neil, thank you. Now about the station. From the beginning, the committee wanted to ensure this new facility met the current needs, could handle future growth, and most importantly, honored the long storied history of the Fuquay-Varina Fire Department. When completed, I have no doubt you will see the committee accomplish what they set out to do. When this station opens, it will be staffed with 3 firefighters and 2 paramedics, operating 1 fire engine and 1 ambulance, with plenty of room to add more units and personnel in the future. This station will also be the new home office for the Fire Prevention Division, led by Division Chief Buddy Waters. And the part we are most excited about, this new facility will have a history room. The fully restored 1945 Mack fire truck you see here today as you came in will be the centerpiece of the new history room, along with other fire department memorabilia for the public to see. Fun fact on this truck, this is the first new fire truck that the town of Fuquay Springs bought. So prior to that, we had used equipment or government surplus. So it is a very special piece of equipment in our department history. The committee valued the history of this department and wanted a space to honor those that have gone before us. And we cannot wait to share it with the community. As the committee began listing their ideas for the new station, and believe me, there were a lot of them, they began to focus on a design that was unique, but also provided a safe and healthy environment for those living and working in the facility. Large open gathering spaces, a well-equipped fitness room, constant positive pressure ventilation, and a separate room to store turnout gear highlight the committee's focus on health and safety. However, what really makes this project unique is the detached decontamination building, or decon building for short. Here, the apparatus, equipment, and turnout gear will be cleaned after returning from a fire. In addition, the firefighters will shower and change clothes in this building following a fire before entering the station. This new process will keep the harmful, cancer-causing products of combustion from ever entering the main building, thus providing protection for everyone. This is a new concept in the fire service, and Fuquay-Varina Fire Station number 4 will be a model for firefighter health and safety throughout the county, state, and nation. This is also something we are very proud of and excited to show off. Before I close, I would like to recognize the leader of our building committee and the heart of our fire department, Chief Tony Malden. Chief Malden was unable to join us today due to an ongoing health condition. He is extremely, and I mean this, extremely disappointed about missing today's celebration, but he's hopeful that he will be the first one to cut the ribbon at the dedication ceremony. If not for his leadership, perseverance, and planning, this station would never have become a reality. So we offer him a heartfelt thank you and a get well soon wish. Mayor, thank you for the opportunity to brag a few minutes on our committee and on our new station, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Deputy Chief Jones, for providing that overview of Fire Station number 4. I appreciate you and the building committee's hard work and dedication to this project. Thank y'all. In case you did not know, this is going to be the best looking fire station in all of Wake County. And we all already know that the best fire department in the county will be residing here. No questions for sure. As was mentioned, we all wish Fire Chief Malden could be here today, but we look forward to him being here for the ribbon cutting. Chief Tony Malden's vision, hard work, and commitment to this town have been critical to our fire department in achieving excellence in every area of the town's fire service. I want to thank him publicly for his hard work and vision on the station number 4. And let me tell you, at board meetings, I always asked him the colors of equipment that he was buying. And he always assured me every time he was buying red fire trucks, not blue. He's a great guy. Today, we are fortunate to have two North Carolina General Assembly members with us to celebrate the commencement of construction on Fire Station number 4. North Carolina Senator Sidney Batch represents District 17. In addition to being a North Carolina Senator, Senator Batch is a small business owner, social worker, and attorney. Senator Batch, please come share a few thoughts with us.
Good morning. It's great to be with all of you today, and it's an honor to serve this community. So I think everyone is starting to find out what we already knew about Fuquay. It's an absolute great and wonderful place to live. And as part of that growth, as you heard the mayor already talk about, just in 2000, there were only 7,000 people that lived here, and now it's over 38,000. And so with rapid growth comes additional challenges to maintain the quality of life that so many people in Fuquay-Varina came here and moved here to obtain. Fortunately, we have great town commissioners who have partnered with our wonderful county commissioners in order to ensure that we have the necessary resources to support our growing community. Although it's great to have such population growth, it must be managed correctly. What will become this fire and EMS station is a perfect example of how we do that the right way. The new fire station will house both the fire department and Wake County EMS and serve the growing needs of our community. The addition of this station will improve the responsiveness for the fire department and EMS to emergency situations in order to save countless lives. It's also incumbent upon us to ensure that while they are protecting and serving us, we do the same for them. This facility will provide a welcoming home away from home for our first responders as they tirelessly serve our community by keeping us safe and well. Frankly, it's the least that we can do to give back to them for what they do for us. I look forward to returning in 15 months for the ribbon cutting, and thank you to all of our first responders who are here today and for all that you do to sacrifice for our community. We're grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you.
Senator Batch, thank you for making the time to be here today. Representative Aaron Prey from North Carolina District 37 is also here today. Representative Prey is a small business owner, advocates for the arts, and supports military families. Representative Prey, please join me at the podium to share a few words.
Well, good morning. It's a joy to be here. Aaron Perret, I represent Southern Wake County in the North Carolina House of Representatives. What a beautiful day to have this ceremony, and I'm happy to be here with all of our firefighters, first responders, and our former mayor, John Byrne, town commissioners, Wake County commissioners, Senator Batch, and our chief, Jim Jones, and of course our mayor, Massengill. In preparation for today, I did a little bit of research, and I don't know if you've been on the Fuquay-Varina website or their Facebook page, but they have an excellent background of the history of fire stations in our area dating back to 1925. And it was interesting as I was going through the chronological order of partnerships from our rural station to those coordination with our city stations many years ago. And then when you get closer to about 25 years ago, you can see the needs have changed, the growth has changed, and I think it really speaks to the foresight and the dedication that our local leaders at the county level and the town level, like Mayor Byrne, like Mayor Massengill, had in planning properly ahead for the needs of the people in this community. And I think that this new fire station here, this beautiful new station, is a testament to that hard work over so many years. So I wanted to applaud all of you for doing that. As I talk to my constituents that are Fuquay-Varina in the Willow Spring area and Holly Springs, there's no question that public safety and having rapid response emergency teams available and nearby is top issue for them. And so I want to personally thank all of you for your hard work. I know that in the state legislature, it is really a priority for me, as it is for, I'm sure, Senator Batch, that we take care of you and we do right by you. And I think as part of that, this last session, we passed a bill called the Firefighters Fighting Cancer Act to make sure that you have additional help when it comes to these critical health needs due to exposures that you face daily with your work you do for our community. And I was happy to support that. I know Senator Batch was too. And but we need to continue that. And I think putting you first at the state level is a priority for me, as I know it is for all of us. So we're very thankful for your hard work. So congratulations. I look forward to seeing the finished product, being here when we cut the ribbon. And thank you again for everything you do for our community, for the people here, and for our leaders who have been forging forward and planning for this growth and making sure that our community is safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Prey, for being here today. Senator Batch and Representative Prey have been allies and friends of the town of Fuquay-Varina, and I thank them both, and I look forward to working together in the future to meet the needs of Fuquay-Varina citizens. Again, these partnerships are examples of effective government. Fire Station number 4 is a joint venture with Wake County, and both fire and Wake County EMS services will be delivered from this facility. It is my honor to present Wake County Commissioner Matt Calabria. Matt has served 8 years as a Wake County Commissioner and is currently chair of the Public Safety Committee. Commissioner Calabria calls Fuquay-Varina home and is a strong advocate for our community. Commissioner Calabria, please share a few thoughts on what today means.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Again, I'm Matt Calabria, and since 2014, I've been honored to serve as the County Commissioner from the southern portion of the county, as well as the chair of the County Commission's Public Safety Committee. Really appreciate being joined today by Commissioner Maria Cervania, who's here, my colleague on the board, and by so many county representatives and leaders who are here today, because we know how important this is to our community. So on behalf of the Wake County Commission, I want to express our excitement for this new facility. This is a really important day for Fuquay-Varina, as the mayor has articulated, and for Wake County for any number of reasons, but I really want to highlight 3 of them. First, this station is a smart investment in our future and is going to help us keep up with growth. Many of you know that Wake County now is more than 1 million people. We grow at a clip of 62 people a day. And as several of the speakers so far have alluded to, Fuquay is growing by leaps and bounds as well, having doubled in population since 2010. And that's good in that it's the kind of it's the byproduct of being the kind of place that people want to live and work and raise a family. But as Senator Batch articulated, it's also an indication that we as leaders of the community need to be extra vigilant about being forward-thinking and making sure that we have the resources we need for the population of tomorrow. And I know, Mayor, we really appreciate the town's leadership, your leadership, and the leadership of your colleagues in helping make sure that we keep up with growth in this area. So thank you all for everything that you are doing as well. For the county's part, we've been proud to do what we can to open several new schools and parks, extend public transportation here, open new libraries, and invest in public art, among other things. And the town has been a great partner in all of that, I have to say. Second, this is the next step in our community's commitment to public safety for everyone, everywhere in the county. To state the obvious, it is critical that we keep our people safe. You live long enough and either you have an experience where you've had to call 911 or you have a family member who's had to call 911, and you know how critical those moments in your life can be and how much time matters. But we are truly blessed to be where we are. This region is on all sorts of best of lists. Best place to raise a family, best place to start a business, but it's also the best place in the country to have a heart attack. Now, I don't recommend it, but it is an indication of how strong our EMS system and our first responders are overall, and we really do appreciate all of their hard work. And beyond keeping people safe, it's also putting money back in our residents' pockets as well. The high quality of fire service in particular and the resources that we have brought to bear for our fire service mean better insurance, state insurance office ratings, which means that residents and businesses get breaks on their insurance premiums, often in the hundreds, or especially in the case of lots of businesses, thousands of dollars a year saved. So we're safer and we've got more money in our pockets as a result. That is a tremendous benefit to our community. Third, we appreciate our first responders and we understand the importance of giving them the tools that they need to succeed. And I really want to underscore how far we've come on that in that regard. I remember when I started on the County Commission back again in 2014, firefighters weren't getting annual physicals. Now they are. We weren't investing in equipment that adequately prevented exposure to carcinogens, and now we are replacing and upgrading equipment. We've got a fantastic new decontamination building associated with this facility, which is going to be incredibly important for our firefighters. And of course, we've made market improvements in compensation for all of our first responders and are very proud of the work that we do in that regard. Why is that important? Well, I'll tell you, I was recently Daryl's tired of me saying this, but a couple of months ago, I was at a North Carolina Association of County Commissioners conference where county commissioners from all over the state come together to talk about the trends we're seeing and the problems we've got to tackle now. And there was one of the main sessions was about firefighter recruitment and retention, and especially in the post-pandemic labor market and given so many other headwinds, how difficult it is for towns and counties to fill their ranks with firefighters. And so county commissioners would be brainstorming all sorts of ideas about how can we share firefighters between towns and counties. How can we have a floating crew moving around week by week to cover where the shortage is the most acute. But I'm proud to tell you that we have been working so hard to make sure that this is a great job for our residents, a great career for our folks. And in the entering class, I know we've got a number of folks in our Phi Academy. Those are the folks in the t-shirts back there. Thank you all for what you are embarking on. Actually, let's get a round of applause for that. So in an entering class of what, Daryl, 30? About 30 people in our... What's that? 30 plus. 30 plus. 30 plus open slots in our Fire Academy. Despite the statewide labor shortages, we had 1,042 applications in Wake County for those seats. Daryl and I were trying to figure out whether it was 1,042 or 1,046, so I figured I'd lowball it. But it's really a testament to how much we believe in you all, how much we believe in our first responders. Fuquay-Varina takes care of its people, Wake County takes care of its people. So in closing, I really want to reiterate what seems to be the watchword for the day, which is partnerships. Our collaboration on emergency services starts with buildings like this, but it is every single day when we work through our collaborative dispatch system and our planning for the future and how we have joint service agreements so that we can make sure that we cover our bases and provide the best possible care. And co-locating fire service and EMS service has been tremendous for the county. Of our 36 EMS stations countywide, more than half of them are actually co-located with our fire stations as well. It's an effective and cost-effective thing to do for our residents and has worked out very well. And this is the latest and greatest iteration of that as well. So on behalf of the County Commission, thank you to the Fuquay-Varina Fire Department, thank you to the town of Fuquay-Varina, thank you to our EMS personnel and county staff more broadly for making this facility such a tremendous contribution to our quality of life. And I too will be glad and excited to be here for the ribbon cutting. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Calabria. At this time, I'd like to introduce Daryl Alford, Wake County Fire Services and Emergency Management Director.
Thank you very much, Mayor, and I promise I'll be very brief. I am Daryl Alford, Wake County Fire and Emergency Management Director. As mentioned several times this morning, we value our partnerships between Wake County and our municipalities. We are better as one, especially when it comes to providing public safety services. This new fire EMS location strengthens our overall response to emergencies in the southern region of Wake County. But this particular station is special. It's special to me. The discussion surrounding the construction of this station and how Wake County Fire was going to fund that was almost at a standstill about 4 years ago. But instead of giving up, we came together with the town of Fuquay, the Wake County Fire Commission, manager's office, and leadership, and we developed a plan and a policy on how we would fund municipal stations that also serve county areas. So because of this station and these new policies, we now have several more that are coming. But this is actually the first one that utilized a new policy of collaboration for a joint venture with a municipality. So we are better as one. Again, we do value our partnerships, and I am very proud to be just a small part of the public safety community here in Wake County. Thanks to our municipal leaders, our county leadership for your continued support, and congratulations to Chief Malden, Deputy Chief Jones, Fuquay Fire Department, and Wake County EMS on this wonderful day that it seems has taken so long to get here. Thank you.
Thank you, Daryl, for sharing your thoughts on this historic day in Fuquay-Varina. Our last speaker today, before we get to the official business of turning some dirt, which is why you all came here so we can get the station going, is Chris Colangelo, Director with Wake County EMS. Chris, please come to the podium and share your perspective on this monumentous day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Massengill. Good morning. My name is Chris Colangelo. I'm the Director of EMS for Wake County. Thank you for inviting us to be part of the celebration. It's a great representation of a long-standing partnership between Wake County EMS, the town of Fuquay, and specifically Fuquay Fire Department. I'd also like to thank the members of the Wake County Board of Commission and the Fuquay-Varina Board of Commissioners for the support on this project and just the support every day that we receive. I'd also like to recognize David Rutherford and Wake County Facilities Design and Construction. Without them, we don't know how to build buildings. We run EMS systems, we don't build buildings, so they provide us with an incredible amount of support. And I'd also like to recognize Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jose Cabanas, who's also the EMS Director, the EMS Medical Director for the EMS system, and Chief Operating Officer Don Garner for being here. I appreciate that. In our line of work, partnerships are incredibly important. You've heard it from several of the speakers. We don't do anything alone. We work together to provide service. We're lucky in Wake County to have an incredible number of agencies in which we have outstanding partnerships with. We may wear different uniforms, we may drive different vehicles, but when we arrive on the scene, we have one goal, and that's to provide the best possible service to the citizens and residents that we can do. Today's celebration is another example of a positive and incredible partnership. With the rapid growth that, again, Betty speakers have talked about, come increased calls for service. This station will help us to be in the right place at the right time to answer those calls. As Chairman Calabria said, 36 of the EMS stations, of those 36, 19 are shared with fire departments. Co-location is an incredible opportunity for us to save taxpayers money and to be in the right place at the right time. We appreciate this ongoing partnership, and we look forward to continuing it in the future. Thank you.
I want to thank all of our speakers for sharing their thoughts today. Earlier, I said Fire Station number 4 will be the best looking fire station in Wake County, housed with the best firefighters in Wake County, and I believe that. I want to thank Davis Kane Architects for their efforts in designing it. Can I have the team from Davis Kane please stand? Thank you, Davis Kane. We've entrusted Bobbitt Construction to build Fire Station number 4. Bobbitt Construction has built more than 30 fire and rescue facilities. Can Jim Bell and the Bobbitt team stand to be recognized? Thank you, Bobbitt Construction. I want to thank Duke Energy for being a partner and helping the town of Fuquay-Varina secure this property. Courtney Bird is here from Duke Energy. Courtney, ask that you stand to be recognized. I have one final and very important recognition to make today. In our audience, we have the honor of having 9 new fire recruits hired because of Fire Station number 4. These recruits started training this week, and they'll be working between here and stations throughout Fuquay-Varina. Thank y'all for joining Fuquay-Varina. Welcome to Fuquay-Varina. Fuquay-Varina has changed a great deal over the years. We started with Fire Station number 1 in 1978, and some 40 years later, we're adding Fire Station number 4. These don't get built every day, so it's an exciting time. Fire Station number 4 is the first fire station to be built under leadership of Fire Chief Tony Malden, who has been chief since 2002. It's an exciting time in the life of our town. We are growing and changing. The town, in partnership with Wake County, is diligently working to ensure residents and property are protected. Our fire department is providing excellent programs, including fire code enforcement, fire training, and emergency management, and Fire Station number 4 will continue that standard of excellence. As mentioned earlier, we currently have some of the best insurance rates that you can have out there to keep residential property and commercial property values and be able to be most affordable. And we are proud of our fire department for doing that. With no further ado, let's turn some dirt and get this building under construction.
Have some dirt. 3, 2, 1.